You're in the middle of explaining something that just happened. You're being specific, clear, and right as you finish describing it, they say it didn't happen that way. They respond before your thought fully lands. They correct your version immediately, even though you just experienced it seconds ago. And for a moment, you pause, because something already feels off. You may notice your mind trying to replay the moment, trying to confirm what you just saw or heard. And you may feel your body tighten slightly, as if something is being questioned that felt clear just a second ago. You try to explain it again, but now the conversation is already shifting. You may recognize the moment when what just happened stops being certain and starts becoming something you now have to defend. And you may find yourself trying to prove it, instead of simply being heard. Anyone can feel confused in a conversation that changes this quickly. What this often does is shift the conversation from what happened to whether it even happened at all. Now you're responding to them, instead of finishing what you were trying to say. The focus begins to move toward their version. Your concern starts to lose space, and the direction of the conversation changes. If your experience is clearly acknowledged, it becomes something that may need to be addressed. But if it's denied early, the conversation can move before that happens. For them, this can become useful because it shifts attention away from the original moment and places it into uncertainty instead. If what happened stays clear, resolution has a place to begin. But if clarity is disrupted, the conversation can stay unsettled. The interaction starts to center around their version. Your point never fully gets explored, and the conversation ends without resolution. Some people describe this as a narcissistic communication pattern when it happens repeatedly. Not because every disagreement follows this pattern, but because the interaction begins to organize around one person's version of events. Their perspective becomes central. Your experience starts to lose space, and understanding becomes less important than maintaining their version of what happened. If this happens once, it may be a misunderstanding, but when it repeats, a pattern can form. Over time, this can feel mentally tiring. It can leave you questioning your own memory. Many people respond to this by explaining more, repeating details, or trying harder to be understood. But the conversation has already shifted away from the original moment. In healthy conversations, both people stay with what happened long enough to understand it. Clarity is built, not replaced with doubt. Healthy conversations leave you with more clarity, not more confusion about your own experience. Feeling confused afterward can be information, not failure. Recognizing this can bring clarity, because it helps explain why your experience gets questioned instead of worked through. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what's happening and trust yourself again. And when conversations unfold this way, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we're going to explain why they minimize your feelings during conflict and how that pattern keeps the conversation from resolving. Click here to watch.